We're here at the Marquette Golf Club. The club here has been around since the 1920s. All right, 1926 they got established. They built their first 9 over in the Heritage Course. William Langford and Theodore Moreau out of the Chicago district came up and did that 9. They purchased another 40 acres and they contacted some architects to start doing some interviews, and they ended up deciding on Mike DeVries, and he came up and built them the Greywalls Golf Course that we're on right now. The previous course I was at the Kingsley Club, and Mike DeVries did that one as well. And during that time when I was there, that's when Marquette Golf Club was really looking into doing this expansion. They actually came down and visited us at the Kingsley Club to see some of Mike's work. And then in 2003 I came on board here on staff. That was the big construction year on the Greywalls Golf Course, and so I was here for that process. Here in Marquette we have very, very unique geology here in Marquette compared to the rest of the state of Michigan. We're the southern tip of the Canadian Shield. A lot of elevation change right here. It's just something that you just don't see in the rest of the state. I think 1 or 2 unique things. There's one, the turf varieties that we're growing in the fairways is unique. You don't see that very often. We do have the fine fescue and the low-mow bluegrass. And then the geology and the topography that we do have on this property is extreme. We chose the fine fescue because we wanted that playability, number one. We wanted to be able to dry it down, get that bounce, get that roll. Having that alone might not have worked in our situation because of the amount of cart traffic that we have here on the property. So that's why we went with the low-mow blue in the mix. Start getting into our bottlenecks, our congested areas of cart traffic, the low-mow blue is doing better. Here as I stand, I'm standing in an area that's dominated by the fine fescue, okay? As things bottleneck up here by the bunkers and there's more traffic in a smaller area, the low-mow bluegrass does better. But as soon as it opens back up on the other side of the bunker, you can see that lighter green. Well, that's the fine fescue dominating the stand again. And then it's not until you start seeing the high traffic area off to the left where the carts go, where the bluegrass is dominating again. They can be maintained at the same height of cut. I don't spray any fungicides during the course of the year. The only fungicides I do put down on these fairways are for snow mold control, and that's only at half labeled rates, and I get fantastic control. The maintained rough is the same blend as on the fairways, all right? And we've seen that same kind of segregation going on in those locations as well. We start getting outside of that into our no-mow areas, and that's when we hydro-seeded just sheep fescue with some hard fescue. We also added in some little blue stem in some locations as well. We built the course in 2003, here we are in 2019, and I think we really got things dialed now. I would say to him, what's your clientele? What do they want? Because that's most important. Are they in it just for golf, or are they in it for the way it looks? If they were in it just for golf, then I don't know why you would not go with fine fescue if you're in an environment that can grow it.